Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Patty Jenkins. By the way, for her age, she's a nice looking lady. I'm just gonna say. Just gonna say. But we got to look at real quick. We got to look at this story. Looks like Patty Jenkins claims she's back working on Rogue Squadron. Well, no, well, but is she really? This story came out of Collider, and sometimes Collider says some things that may not necessarily be accurate. So I wanted to grab a different story. It's a little more accurate, at least in the headline, saying that Star Wars Rogue Squadron's Patty Jenkins says she owes Lucasfilm and Disney a draft of the script. That's entirely different. She may be back working on the film, but the previous headline seemed to indicate that she was working on the show, the film, whatever it was going to be. So she's still working on the screenplay for Star Wars Rogue Squadron. This is per her appearance on TMC Max podcast. Many assumed the project was dead, and it's not. Well, she's still going to put something out there. So she was attached to that project in December of 2020, where it was announced during the Disney Virtual Investor Day during the global crisis. Jenkins then stepped away from the work to hit Wonder Woman 3. Have we seen Wonder Woman 3?
There is no Wonder Woman 3, is there?
Tom, have we seen Wonder Woman 3? Oh,
Wonder Woman 3.
Yeah, it was actually deep sixed by the new DC bosses, James Gunn and Peter Safran. That's why we did it. Anyway, so soon after Wonder Woman 3 blew back in December of 2022, Jenkins said at a press conference then that Lucasfilm and Disney made a new deal for her Rogue Squadron, a project dear to her heart, taking inspiration from her father, who was an Air Force pilot, Captain William T. Jenkins, serving during the Vietnam War. So we hear from sources that Rogue Squadron was never dead or reignited. It's status quo as far as development is concerned. No new release date for Rogue Squadron since it was pulled from the schedule back in 2022. So she said when that went away, she's talking about Wonder Woman 3, Lucasfilm and I were like, oh, we got to finish this deal. We finished the deal right after the strike was happening. So I now owe a draft of Star Wars, and we'll see what happens there. Like who knows?
Well, do you remember the interview that KK did with I can't remember who it was. It was with another YouTube channel like IGN or somebody, Star Wars Celebration, and they brought up all these canceled projects, and she was like, well, they're not canceled, they're just on a shelf, like on hold right now.
Development Hoth. Yes, this is in development Hoth.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe there was some bit of truth to what she was saying in that. Maybe they are like get to these projects and they like shelve them and like we'll come back and revisit this later. That's just too many things aren't really working out right now. Let's focus on other stuff. And the thing is, I was excited about a Rogue Squadron movie, not written by her though, and not with sequel trilogy era X-Wings. This I think this is a movie that should take place like in between episodes 5 and 6 in Star Wars, not in the sequel trilogy. The comic stories with Wedge and all that were really good. But yeah, I honestly don't want her to write this and direct this Rogue Squadron movie at all. And I don't want Disney doing anything with Rogue Squadron because it's just going to be more and more Star Wars garbage.
Yeah, I've been mixed on this since the very beginning, and I understand her passion for the project. At the same time, I don't know that I need more Star Wars from anybody that's tied to Kathleen Kennedy. I would love for Star Wars to take a nap, you know, and wake up in a decade when she's long gone,
Yeah.
you know. The problem is they still have this Grogu film with the Mando coming out in 2026. It's the only thing that's officially greenlit anyway.
And I bet
And
we don't get it till 2027.
the Daisy Ridley thing, she doesn't even know what the film's going to be about. Speaking of
No.
which, we have the most popular man that I know that's not an official YouTuber, and he's got some thoughts on things. His name is Mikey. What's up, Mikey?
Hey.
Mexican Iron Man. How are you doing, sir?
What's up?
So, did you get a chance to hear what we were talking about with this?
I've
Patty
heard
Jenkins?
everything. I was in the car listening to you guys. I've been here for the whole show, listening
Oh,
and
wow.
driving.
Oh, nice.
Amazing. So, what are your thoughts on Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron rebootosaurus?
Dude, Lucasfilm is dysfunctional. I don't even know why. It's like Nick deciding to like abandon his channel. Basically, there's no point in covering anything related to Lucasfilm because any news is not believable or is believable or who knows if it happens or doesn't happen. It's pointless because they're completely and totally dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Not
They're
wrong.
like that alcoholic girlfriend that I had that kept telling me she was going to stop drinking. Right? Yeah. Today, this hour, this weekend, tomorrow, yesterday.
Well, did she? Well, I mean, she had to sleep sometime, right, Mike?
Yeah.
So she stopped drinking then.
Well, yeah. Okay. Look, Culture, since you're in charge today, are we going to sign me up? Like, I got my new company, Sweet Taco Baby Inc.
Yeah.
And instead of $1,000 an hour, because you and Nate and Tom and Nick are such close brothers of mine, I'm going to offer a 50% discount for only $500 an hour. I will consult on how to make the show more brown.
Okay, I tell you what,
I like it.
Yeah, for right now, I kind of want a trial offer. Can I get a 7-day trial offer on that?
Okay.
Cool. So I'm just going to cumulatively.
I would love a Patty Jenkins show movie, man, but they're dysfunctional over there. And then let's just say she has a good script. They'll make sure that KK's band of idiots will make sure that by the time we see anything, that show is gonna suck.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Right? It doesn't matter. Look, one thing we've learned about Lucasfilm is you can have it would be a miracle to have a great script, great director, and great talent, all of those three things. But the one thing that we can count on is the fourth and most important variable, which is that we can count on the corporate governance of Lucasfilm to give us crap.
True story. True story. Tom, your thoughts?
Star Wars sucks.
Pretty much.
I don't think I think that Patty Jenkins is going through the motions. I think that she was ordered to do another rewrite, but they aren't obligated to do anything. This reminds me of the whole Black Superman thing over J.J. Abrams' deal over at Warner Brothers. Sure, they're still expecting a script from Ta-Nehisi Coates. That doesn't mean they're going to make it.
That's true. And so, Tom, do you think at this point you don't want to help out fans, great fans like this one right here?
He vatored! He vatored! Oh, now he's back. That was fantastic. Oh.
No.
I hate you.
What
kind of dumpty did she say this week?
I didn't have a chance
to look this week.
I haven't had a chance to look. But so it doesn't sound like anybody here really wants this movie. It doesn't sound like anybody in the chat wants this movie.
No. Star Wars is so dead to me that I have 27 lightsabers hanging around all over my house on both levels. Nick, you'll see it when you come out. I have 27 lightsabers. I cannot remember the last time I even bothered charging them. That's how bad things have gotten for me.
Yeah, it's in a terrible state.
It's like being a kid and not wanting to play with any of your favorite toys.
No.
Yeah, that's so weird, right? Because I mean, I literally have like all these toys from 78 onward that I have just in boxes.
You know why I showed up today?
No,
because Love you guys. Miss Nate. I was
Aw.
hoping Nate would be here.
We love you. Nate's busy, but in a good way. I'm very
Yay!
excited about that.
This is your favorite podcast.
This is your favorite podcast.
Try
We
to
got
derail
Olaf
the
in the
convo.
we got Olaf in the back. We got Olaf in the chat. Olaf is monitoring the Twitter chat. Apparently, that's his new
Yeah.
job that you didn't know about. And for those of you on Twitter, we appreciate it. The numbers today are great. We've got 773 of you out there between Twitter and YouTube. You guys rock. Thank you for the support. And thank you for the super chats, because we get heavy demonetization here because, well, Tom's on the show.
Mm.
So, yeah. All right. So nobody wants Patty Jenkins and Star Wars is dead.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm just waiting for them to get so bad that Disney just has to sell Lucasfilm to somebody else, and then somebody else goes in there and cleans house. Or if somebody just cleaned house at Disney and just got Disney back on track, either or. Under the current regime, though, I'm not interested or have faith or hope in anything they put out there. I don't care who's attached or who's involved.
True story.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the big thing. It's not so much like I'm dumping on Patty Jenkins or anything like that necessarily, as who cares, right? Like at this point, like the only moment they had to recapture the Star Wars fans has come and gone, and going off of, the whole Gina Carano thing, that was just one of many things that were, death by 1,000 cuts when it comes to Star Wars fans, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, Star Wars is dead. We're gonna shuffle on that note. Sorry, everybody. We got a member chat here. I'm gonna grab real quick. It's a good friend here. As I can get it up. That didn't sound right. Chaos is fun. Member for 2 months. Says Star Wars box office gold formula. Put a chick in it and make it lame. Tom?
I gotta find the button.
Put a chick in it and make her lame and gay.
There you go.
Look,
Yeah.
I matched that member chat.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. Thank you for the member chat, and Chaos is fun. Is great to see you.
My camera's so off. Can you guys see me? Hold on.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I can see your A's hat, so I know you're in good shape. So,
No, I'm not. I have the world's worst team in Major League Baseball.
well, yes, but you're usually in a good mood because you like baseball.